War is a monstrous force. It leaves visible destruction in its wake. Buildings crumble, cities burn. Yet some wounds run deeper, hidden from the naked eye. They fester in the hearts and minds of those who have witnessed its horrors. Women and children, often the most vulnerable in conflict zones, bear the brunt of this invisible trauma. The psychological impact of war is profound and enduring. It manifests in anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. These are not mere statistics, but the lived realities of millions across the globe. They are the silent cries of those forever marked by conflict's brutality. These unseen wounds demand our attention. We cannot ignore the plight of those grappling with the psychological aftermath of war. It is our collective responsibility to understand, empathize, and act to alleviate their suffering. In the chaos of conflict, women face unimaginable challenges. They witness the destruction of their homes, the tearing apart of their families. They are often thrust into the role of sole providers, navigating displacement and uncertainty. Beyond the physical dangers, women are disproportionately vulnerable to sexual violence used as a weapon of war. The statistics are staggering and heartbreaking. The United Nations estimates that 20% to 50% of women in conflict zones experience sexual violence. These experiences leave deep psychological scars. Many women grapple with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. The trauma can impact their ability to form relationships, parent their children, and rebuild their lives. No child should know the horrors of war. Yet millions of children are robbed of their childhoods, forced to confront violence and displacement. The psychological impact on young minds is devastating. Imagine a child's world turned upside down. Their schools destroyed, their friends gone, their families torn apart. They witness atrocities no child should ever see. They live with the constant fear of violence, their sense of safety shattered. The symptoms of trauma manifest in nightmares, emotional withdrawal, and difficulty concentrating. Their education, crucial for their future, is often disrupted or abandoned altogether. The impact of these experiences can reverberate throughout their lives. The psychological wounds of war run deep. They can linger long after the guns have fallen silent, impacting individuals, families, and entire communities for generations. PTSD is a common and debilitating consequence of war trauma. Those suffering from PTSD may experience flashbacks, nightmares, and intense anxiety. They may feel emotionally numb, withdrawn, and struggle to engage in everyday life. The invisible wounds of war can trap individuals in a cycle of suffering. Furthermore, trauma can be passed down through generations. Children of survivors may inherit the emotional burden of their parents' experiences, leading to intergenerational trauma. This cycle of pain underscores the urgent need for mental health support and healing. Even in the darkest of times, hope flickers. Organizations like War Child, Save the Children, and UNHCR are working tirelessly to provide psychological support and education in conflict zones. They offer counseling, art therapy, and safe spaces for children to heal and rebuild their lives. Access to mental health care is crucial for survivors of war trauma. Trained professionals can provide therapy, medication, and support to help individuals process their experiences and develop coping mechanisms. Community support is also vital. When survivors feel heard, understood, and supported by their communities, they are more likely to seek help and find healing. We cannot afford to turn a blind eye to the invisible wounds of war. The international community must prioritize mental health support alongside humanitarian aid. Funding for NGOs working in conflict zones is crucial to provide essential services to those who need them most. Education is key to breaking the cycle of violence and fostering peace. By empowering children with knowledge, critical thinking skills, and empathy, we can create a more peaceful and just world. Let us remember that peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of justice, equality, and opportunity for all. The pursuit of peace is not a naive dream, but a collective responsibility. It demands our unwavering commitment to diplomacy, understanding, and empathy. We must challenge the narratives that perpetuate violence and division. Let us strive to create a world where differences are resolved through dialogue, where every child can grow up free from fear, and where the invisible wounds of war are a distant memory. Let us choose hope over despair, compassion over indifference, and action over silence. The time for peace is now.